Just a few blocks away from the Capitol Dome here in Washington, D.C. as MLB The Show is on hand to bring you another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight we'll play Game 1 of this three-game series as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the Washington Nationals. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Dave Campbell and the Wonder Dog Rex Hudler, I'm Matt Vasgersian as we get set to bring you the call on what should be a good one here. And Soup, we turn to you first. What are you going to be keeping an eye on most in this one?
One guy I'm going to be keeping my eye on is Dmitri Young. He came out of nowhere last year to post maybe his finest season in the big leagues. And it was good enough to earn him the honors as National League Comeback Player of the Year. Let's see what he can do for an encore.
All right, Dave and Hud will join us shortly, but let's get to our New Era Caps starting lineup as the visiting Florida Marlins align like this. Leading things off is Cameron Maybin. He'll be out in center field. Jorge Cantu is in the second spot. He'll play first base. In the 3 spot is Hanley Ramirez, the shortstop. Following him in the cleanup hole, Dan Uggla over at second base. Jeremy Hermida follows him out in right. Then comes the left fielder Josh Willingham. Jose Castillo, the third baseman in the number 7 hole. Matt Trainer will be behind the plate and hit 8. Scott Olson will bat in the traditional number 9 spot as he is on the mound. Sean Hill will be on the mound to face them. And this is a guy that needs to establish the inside part of the plate because his stuff is such that he'll have a hard time getting by if he doesn't mix in location well. And defensively, here's how Washington will take the field behind him. Into the box is the leadoff hitter Cameron Maybin, and we are ready for baseball. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway.
Got him to go after a pitcher's pitch right out of the gate. Good start on the mound.
Here's the pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Hit hard back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ball game. Jorge Cantu will take his first cuts of the ball game here. Towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second. Spin and a throw back to second. Almost caught him leaning that time. In the dirt here, but handled quickly that time by LaDuca. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Sets the 2-2 pitch. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. Fastball hit on the ground is short. High throw, but he manages to come down with it to get his man. Hanley Ramirez will get his first shot at it here. In the air now to straightaway right field. Kearns is there, 2 down. The relay, and he is safe on a close play. So a man at third here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the powerful second baseman, Dan Uggla. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there. 1-0 on the way. Swing, hot shot to the left side. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring forth the youngster, Jeremy Hermida. And here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1.
Yeah, trying to get him to chase out there, but that ball had too much tail on it.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Ready with the 2-1. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. In the dirt, might not be enough to try it. A changeup on him, strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Marlins on top, 1-0. A look there at the Nationals starting lineup is put forth by manager Manny Acta. Leading things off is Felipe Lopez at second base. Christian Guzman bats second, he's at short. Dimitri Young bats third and plays left field. Willie Mo Pena is in the cleanup spot at first base. After that, the former postseason hero Aaron Boone. Then comes Paul LaDuca, he'll of course be behind the plate. Austin Kearns, the right fielder, bats 7th. Lastings Millage bats 8th and plays center. Sean Hill is the pitcher in this one, and he bats number 9. They'll be opposed by the young left-hander Scott Olson. There aren't too many out there that have 68 big league starts under their belt before their 24th birthday, but Olson is one of them. And even though the numbers weren't all that extraordinary last year, these guys think he has the makeup to be a big winner at this level. And in the field, Louisville Slugger shows us that the Marlins will align themselves like this. Felipe Lopez will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. At the knees, strike 1.
Yeah, and when you get strike 1 on the corner, you can expand that strike zone right away.
Now the pitch. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. Hermida has to back up a bit, but he has it shy of the wall for the first out. So 1 gone now for Christian Guzman. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Looked low to me, too.
Now a ball hit in the air to left center. And he's able to track this one down on the run for out number 2.
And this is where having a good changeup can save some wear and tear on your arm. It takes him just 4 pitches to get the first 2 outs here.
Dimitri Young will get his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Now a ball hit back up the middle. High throw, but he comes down with his foot on the bag as the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Second inning upcoming from our nation's capital. Florida's out in front, 1-0. Josh Willingham leads things off now in the top half of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Oh, just committed himself a little too early. Wound up chasing it.
At the knees, ruled a ball. It's 1-1 now.
Boy, I think that umpire just flat missed this one. This should be strike two.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
A little bit of a hitch in his swing that time. Good curveball.
Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. Kearns has to back up a bit, but he has it shy of the wall for the first out. Jose Castillo will be the batter. Swinging on the first pitch as he hits this one on the ground to second. On to first, and there were two down. Matt Trainer will be the batter. And the pitch. And this is taken outside for ball one.
Got to look to try and slap that thing the other way.
Fouled back.
That ball's foul.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
And there was a good breaking ball. Might have caught him off guard a bit that time.
Lays off, 2-2 now. The 2-2 coming. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And you don't want hitters to fall into that comfort zone up there, so a good idea to run the fastball in that time.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. LaDuca will put this one away, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Marlins lead this one 1-0. Willie Mo Pena will start things off in the bottom of the second. Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one.
Just rearing back and throwing the heater by him right there.
Now here's the pitch. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. High in the air and deep down the left field line. And no one will get this one. shooting for the outside corner, but he missed it 1-2.
Not a bad spot to miss. He might even go chase it out there.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit. Two is a changeup that misses 3-2.
Well, if he's got the confidence to throw it 2-2, let's see if he throws it 3-2.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Aaron Boone will get his first opportunity now. In there at the knees, strike one.
Topping that thing out at 90 miles an hour, so location's going to be very important.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, tough to elevate on a fastball down there. That's a good spot to miss.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Misses, ball 2.
And a good pitcher can't be afraid to run that fastball up and in like that.
2-2 pitch on the way. On the ground to third. Throw will be in time to take care of Boone, and that's out number 2. Paul LaDuca steps in now. Now the fastball here is swung on and grounded foul. Now here it comes. Now a swing and a miss from LaDuca as he's in the 0-2 hole.
Boy, and that got in on him right at the last minute.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And this is swung on and bounced out to Ugla at second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Marlins lead it 1-0. Scott Olson ready to go here as we begin the third. First pitch on the way. Now a swing and a soft liner towards center, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning. Cameron Maybin will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. Pulls the string on that one strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
What are you waiting for, amigo?
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Another 0-2 coming. Blowing away with that one, it's 1-2.
And they obviously want to work him away as that's 3 straight on the outside part of the plate.
Oh, and LaDuca takes his eye off it, and that one gets away. And you can forget about the double play now as the runner moves up to second base. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Base hit. And the run will score from second to make this a 2-0 ball game. Jorge Cantu will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch to him. And that misses, ball one.
Not a bad spot to miss. You'd love to get him to reach for something.
And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
And you can see he's trying to pull everything. You need an opposite field approach here.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. And this may get the runner to third as it's on the ground towards second base. And that's past the diving infielder for a base hit. And the run will score from second as now it's a 3-0 game. Hanley Ramirez will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0.
And that definitely is a tempting pitch to go after. Good instincts to lay off.
And this is hit high in the air and crossing into foul ground behind third. Boone is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. Dan Uggla will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance.
Dan Uggla.
Ball one. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Sign from LaDuca. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
And in this early going, it doesn't look like he's really on with spotting the fastball.
Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
And Matt, don't be surprised if they go back to the changeup again with 2 strikes.
Three and two now. Jeremy Hermida is on deck. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Here's Guzman. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Marlins on top, 3-0. Austin Kearns makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch coming. In there, 0-1. And there's ball 1. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. And Hermida will play this one on the bounce. A base hit. Lasting's Millage will step in now. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Boy, and that is just the definition of hitting your spots.
Ooh, back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now.
Oh, and back-to-back pitches at the knees. He couldn't pull the trigger on either.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Sean Hill will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play. Now here's the first pitch. Wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Trying to avoid the double play ball that could have ended the inning. When you don't have confidence in a pitcher swinging the bat, this becomes a very wise play.
Felipe Lopez will take his cuts now. Now the first pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Now here's his swing and a bouncing ball for Ugla at second base. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. 3 innings complete. Florida's out in front, 3-0. Jeremy Hermida will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth. First pitch coming. In there for strike one. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. One and two.
Not often you're late on the changeup. He's got to make up his mind quicker.
And now a pitch on the way. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit. And a foul ball straight back. He'll try it again, 3-2. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And there's out number 1. Josh Willingham will try it again. He flew out his first time. And he takes ball 1.
That was a good spot to miss. That thing fell right through the bottom of the zone.
And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, a lot of times you expect a pitcher to go to a different pitch, but he backed that up.
Here's the 1-1. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. He's around first on his way to second now. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double. Jose Castillo will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now the first pitch. And quick wrists here as this is yanked down the third base line. In time to first, and there are two away. Matt Trainer will dig in. He popped out his first time. And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Scott Olson will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. Center field. Waiting on this one is Millage, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Marlins strand a pair, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Christian Guzman will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. Here's the first offering. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
And this is one of the few times so far tonight he hasn't started a guy out with strike 1.
And that's too high, ball 2.
And that's what that four-seamer will do. It has a tendency to really rise at the end.
Come on, get something started.
3-0.
And you don't want to put the leadoff guy on here when you've got a slim lead.
All right, he's afraid of you.
3-0 pitch. And he finally gets this one over for strike 1.
And he might be well advised to be very selective on this one.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. Dimitri Young will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0.
And he'll make you bring that fastball up a bit before he takes a whack at it.
The next pitch. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. A runner at first with no outs here. And that's over, 2-1. Here he comes on 2-1. Out in front here as this is pulled down the third base line. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Trying to work him down in the zone. That's just where you need to keep that fastball.
Now a swing and a little soft liner to the left side. But this is going to land foul, so they'll tee it up again, 3-2. And this is fouled straight back. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. So a runner on first with 1 out now. And here is the right-handed hitting Willie Mo Pena. Now a fastball swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And a nice play as he reaches up to grab it on the run for the 2nd out. So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th, and stepping in is the 3rd baseman Aaron Boone. And this is low, ball 1. Comes back with a fastball, but this one's by him for strike 1. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
Might have wanted to go up and get that one, but wisely laid off.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We've played 4 full. The Marlins lead this one 3-0. Cameron Maybin will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Hit hard to the left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. Pitching change coming up as the hard-throwing Jesus Colome takes over on the hill. Jorge Cantu will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. A fastball called for strike 1. Runners off for second. Fouled straight back. Nobody out, runner on first. And he'll just waste one there, 1-2.
And if you throw enough fastballs in succession, guys are going to time it, so be careful.
Comes set, now the pitch. And 2-2.
Trying to lock him up there with a fastball. That's a good spot to miss.
And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Here's Guzman. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first. Hanley Ramirez will dig in. 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
And he's looking for his first hit of the game to try to push his hitting streak up to 5 games.
Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. Here's Guzman. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the 1 there.
Yeah, this might be the hardest double play to turn. The shortstop's got to wait for that pitcher to get over to the bag. And that was too much to ask for, so the inning continues.
Dan Ugla will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Dan Ugla.
Now a move over to first. Pretty close that time. And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back. First offering on the way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
And now I wonder if you dare pitch out twice in a row.
Runner goes for second. Pitch outside, the throw. And it's not going to be in time as Ramirez has himself a stolen base. 2 out here and a runner at second. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Marlins lead it 3-0. Paul LaDuca will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. And he lays off there, 1-0. Fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. And he makes the catch on the move as he's able to hang with this one for the first out. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. 1 gone for the Nationals in the 5th, and that'll bring in Austin Kearns, the right fielder. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. The 2-1. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. So it's a solo shot there from Austin Kearns. As they get one back, it's 3-1 now.
Boy, and I'll tell you, that's the first batter of the ball game that he's looked tentative at all to. He just fell behind him in the count, and then he tried to get too cute instead of coming right after him.
Lastings Millage will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now here's the first pitch. Too high, 1-0.
Yeah, and that's a good spot to try to get somebody to pop the ball up.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Yeah, and it looks like he's aiming it right now, like a dart thrower.
Strike called, 2-1. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. gets around on one here, but he got around a bit too much as this will find the seats in left. Foul. Ready with another 2-2. Hit on the ground towards first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
This pitch was basically begging to be hit a long way, but all he could do with it was hit a ground ball for the out.
Jesus Colome will stand in. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The pitch. Just off the plate and high, ball one.
Yeah, and when you leave it up in the hitter's eyes like that, he knows enough not to chase out there.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
And the changeup low is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of. You just want to crush that thing.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a ball lined back over second. And that's in there, base hit.
Maybe this can get something started for him here. That's just their 3rd hit of the game, so if they want to get into it, they better hope to string together a few more hits.
Felipe Lopez will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Line hard to the left side, but a foul ball here, 0-1. He waits, now the pitch. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
And if you're going to miss with a fastball, that's the spot to do it.
Pitch is taken by Lopez that time, and the count goes to 2-1.
And sometimes you use one pitch to set up another. Let's see if they challenge him here.
And a changeup here as this ball's grounded foul. And a tough slider there as he grounds it foul. 2 out with the man at first. And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full, 3-2.
The runner at first has got to make sure he's going to the plate before he breaks.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up out in front of the mound. Trainer is there, and the side is retired. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Marlins on top, 3-1. And before the Marlins take their turn here in the 6th inning, let's take a moment to check their in-game box score through 5 innings. It's presented by Upper Deck. Jeremy Hermida digs in at the plate. Here's the first pitch to him. Low for ball 1. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Good patience there to stay back and watch that all the way.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul.
That ball's foul.
Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2. Foul toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Josh Willingham will dig in. He doubled his last time. And here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
That was a Linda Ronstadt fastball. Blew by you.
And Willingham watches that one miss. A ball and a strike. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And he takes ball 4, so a good job of running the count full and then coaxing out the pass. Jose Castillo will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2. That misses. 1-2. He's ready now. The pitch. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Lopez ranges back, and he has it for route number 2. Matt Trainer will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. On him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Millage has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. The Marlins lead this one 3-1. And before we get to the Nationals here in the bottom of the 6th inning, let's take another look at our in-game box score. Christian Guzman will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Lined up the middle. In there, a base hit. So a runner at first now with nobody out. And stepping in, the switch hitter, Dimitri Young. Now here's the first pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. He's running towards second. And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Ugla's throw is right there for the first out. Willie Mo Pena will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Runner breaks for third. Pitch inside the throw. They put the tag on, and he is out at third. And that's just off the corner and low, ball 2.
And here's a case where you can just sit on fastball. If you don't get one, just take it.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Yeah, not a lot he can do with that fastball.
And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Swing and a line drive to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And Matt, look where this thing is. Bearing down and in. I tell you, no one likes the ball down there, but this is good wrist action here, and he handles it as well as you can.
Aaron Boone will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. In there for strike 1, 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
And he'll wait for something a little higher that he can do something with.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
And their problems just continue. They've been late on that fastball all afternoon.
And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. A dive, but it's by him for a base hit.
Well, and this lead could be in jeopardy as there are now 2 men on base, and he's working himself into trouble here.
Paul LaDuca will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first offering. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, and that is over the wall, home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as they take the lead 4-3. Now the first pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Time to be a good 2-strike hitter here. That means just concentrating on making solid contact.
And this one misses, but Kearns is still down in the count of ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. Up with it is Ugla. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits here. No errors and no one left on base. 7th inning coming up. Washington leads this one 4-3. Called to the bullpen now, and it'll be for the former #1 draft pick Ryan Wagner. Alfredo Amezaga will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And that's in there for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Right back with another fastball. It's 0-2 now.
Can't lay off now, down 0-2. Got to open up that zone a little bit and protect.
And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Ready with another 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Now let's see if he drops that changeup on him again for out number 1.
Oh, and that runs in and gets him. So now the potential tying run is aboard to lead off the inning. So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that'll bring in the center fielder, Cameron Maybin. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
And at a 4-3 game late, every at-bat takes on added significance.
And he sends a fastball out to left field and fairly well hit. Young is back, though, as he makes the catch on the track for the first down.
Ooh, and this ball game almost swung dramatically on that one. Didn't quite get all of it, but boy, a pretty good swing right there.
Jorge Cantu will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. Lopez for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Still down a run. It's 4-3. And a new pitcher making his way toward the mound. It's the hard-throwing right-hander Matt Lindstrom. Lastings Millage will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
97 right out of the bullpen.
In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Man, I've seen guys be more aggressive clipping their hedges. Swing the bat.
And they try to get the free swinging Millage to chase, but he holds up. It's 1-2. And he goes the other way with a fastball as this This is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he will get there as he puts this one away on the run for the first out of the inning. Ryan Wagner will dig in here. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway.
Please tell me what's going on in this manager's head. Why are you letting a reliever swing the bat in a one-run game?
And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him, 0-2.
And when you got a pitcher 0-2, I think I'd try to make him chase something here.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Good start out of the pen. After 3 runs came in to score last inning, they needed someone to come in here and slow that offense down a bit.
Felipe Lopez will try again, 0 for 3 thus far. Now the pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
And this has been a great inning out of the pen. Let's see if he can finish it strong.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now.
And that thing looked like it was still rising at the end.
And here's a ball hit sharply but fouled down the line at third. Swing and a liner toward right center. And a leaping effort at second, but it's over his glove and could be extra bases. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. So a runner at second, 2 down now. And here's the veteran middle infielder, Christian Guzman. And this ball will be chopped foul.
That's foul.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1.
Not hard to lay off down there.
Now the 1-1 pitch. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1 left for Washington, and it remains a 4-3 game. New pitcher coming on now as we get a look at the 6'11" workhorse right-hander John Roush. Hanley Ramirez will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. And the fastball here is hit on the ground but foul. And the pitch. And this is on the ground to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Dan Ugla will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Now the first pitch. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
And it's obvious they want to make him go down and get something because the last three have been down around the knees.
Fouled back.
Foul!
And ring him up. Strike 3 called on the fastball, and there are 2 gone. So 2 are gone here in the Florida 8th, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Jeremy Hermida. First pitch coming. And a ball, 1-0.
He's got to find a way to get on any way he can.
And this is hit sharply toward the third base coaching box, a foul ball. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Boy, this umpire is expanding the strike zone in every conceivable direction.
And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Nationals lead it 4-3. Dimitri Young will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. First pitch coming. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses.
And Young's going to have to turn it around now and hit from the left side for the first time.
Spins on a fastball here and drives one to deep right field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. The young Marlins taking their act on the road, and they lead it here in the 8th inning as you get a look at our line score through the first 7. Willie Mo Pena will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And that strike zone's starting to expand a bit here in the late going.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Oh, look at Ramirez. And he is going to get him at first base. And my goodness, that was a highlight reel effort.
Well, he takes away a hit here. Have a look at this. He's got to stretch out to get the thing and then pop into throwing position to get his man at first.
Aaron Boone will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
And like we mentioned a few minutes ago, that strike zone keeps getting wider here in the late innings.
Good changeup, and it's 0-2.
And he's pitching this inning just like he's double parked. Everything's been in the strike zone here.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And this is on the ground toward the hole. There to take it is Ramirez. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. Ninth inning coming up. The Nationals are out in front here, 4-3. On to try and save this one now. The straight-billed cap of the closer, all-star Chad Cordero. Josh Willingham will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Ninth inning underway as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
And this is the 5th pitcher they've used in the ball game, so that bullpen's getting awfully lonely down there.
Don't give it to him.
1-0 pitch now. 2-0.
Not exactly what you want when you're trying to close out a ball game. He just can't find the strike zone yet.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
That ball's foul.
Fouled off into the seats behind first. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
Oh, and I think he had him lunging that time, but he was wisely able to hold back.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. Full count pitch on its way. Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Young has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. Jose Castillo will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Now a ball lined towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
They bring the fastball that time, inside part of the plate, but he gets his hands right on top of this thing and shoots it up the middle.
Mike Jacobs will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Ball 1.
And if this isn't a great baseball game, I don't know what is.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
That home plate umpire is hearing it in both ears now.
And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner, 2-1.
Yeah, good late movement. Just did catch that inside corner.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, 2-2. And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Millage will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
2 men gone here, but still one big out remains between him and the save.
Cody Ross will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. On a good live fastball that time from Cordero as he gets ahead here. No balls and a strike. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. Young is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
And good work out of the bullpen there for Cordero as he works a scoreless ninth to pick up the save.
So the Nationals put forth a good effort as they are victorious here. And Dave, let's go to check out our new era cap heads-up play of the game.
Well, Matt, this was the killer right here. Couple of men on base, and pow! He just rockets this thing over the wall, and from there they were able to waltz to the victory.
Not a lot of offense in this ball game, but what offense was provided came primarily from this guy, our upper deck player of the game.
Matt, he only had one hit in the game, but was it ever big? That home run really turned out to be the decisive blow in the game.
So that brings us to the conclusion of this one. For my colleagues Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler and all of us here at the show, this is Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here this evening. Once again, our final score. Washington is victorious in this one, 4-3. This has been a presentation of MLB 08 The Show. For more, log on to MLB08.com. Good night, everybody.